Hey, it's Jeff. Last night we saw the very first preview ever of the musical, and today we are seeing Redwood starring Idina Menzel. Now, this is actually kind of cool. First off, it's at the Nederlander Theater, which I've never been in, but it's where Brent played and actually kind of gave the start of Idina Menzel's career. And it's kind of cool that she made a full circle back to that theater. Now, the show itself, I've heard is just but I heard that Idina Menzel's performance is stellar, and I've never seen her live. Oh my gosh, she came to Orlando one time, and I tried getting tickets, and man, they were gone like that. So we're gonna get our ticket scanned, hop in the Nederlander Theater, and check out this show. I'm excited, and this is a theater I've never been in, so yay for that.
Redwood the musical is loosely based on the true story of Julia Butterfly Hill. Julia lived in a 200-foot redwood tree for 738 days in the late 90s to keep the tree from being lumbered. This show takes that story and makes it about a mother who escapes to the redwood forest after a tragic loss. The character Jessie, played by Idina Menzel, ends up putting her entire world on the line in order to grieve and battle her demons. Directed by Tina Landau, projections are used to create an extremely immersive environment in which you truly feel like you're in the redwood forest.
And here is today's ticket. It cost $101.20. Gang, I'm in the mezzanine dead center towards the back. They did have some orchestra available for maybe $20 more, but they were way off on the side. And yeah, you know, your boy here likes being in the center. Holy white stage. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Holy cow, here's the merch.
Let's go shopping. Here's a look at some of the merchandise for Redwood the musical. They had your typical theater merchandise, plus some name brand items. The prices were typical for a Broadway show, and I did purchase my magnet. And here are all the specialty cocktails they offered for the show. I did not indulge in anything this round, but you can take them to your seat.
Well, there we go. It looks like we have another projection kind of show.
This show was completely immersive all the way to the ceiling. But gang, look at the architecture at this theater. It is absolutely gorgeous in here. And ladies and gentlemen, here is their chandelier. This is my view from the mezzanine center section. If you see Redwood, these are the seats that you want. So much of the action happens above the stage, so if you're in the mezzanine, you become eye level to the performers. The downside of sitting in the mezzanine is this is my leg space. This is mezzanine all the way to the side. This is what it would look like. To be honest with you, it's really not that bad of a seat.
Right, and we are out of Redwood. Holy cow, what a beautiful show. I 100% cried like a baby in there. I even probably got a few looks from sniffling in there. It was such a beautiful show. Wasn't what I expected at all. The gist of the show is a mother in New York City who suffered great loss, escaped to California to the Redwood Forest in order to heal. That's the gist of the show. I am not a fan at all of anything with projections. I think it's just so overdone now, and I feel like for a lot of shows it's just the cop-out. When it's done correctly, it's spectacular, and let me tell you, this show, it's done correctly. So The set was just insane. The choreography up and down the tree. This show is something very, very special. And you can probably tell I'm still a little choked up from it. I completely forgot that Zachary Noah Pfizer is in this production. I saw him and Dear Evan Hansen. I got a ticket to the show to see Jordan Fisher perform, and he called out of the show, and the understudy was Zachary Noah Pfizer, and that's how I got to know him. Of course, he blew the roof off that building, and the same thing here, even though his role was not the biggest in it, but it was such an essential role. And his solo that he did, I think, was insanely good. It's just a 5-person cast. This is a show that if you're going to go see it, I do recommend getting in the mezzanine or lower balcony. I think that's the sweet spot for the show. A good portion of the show is done in the air. So if you're in the orchestra, you're going to have a great view. But let me tell you, if you're in the mezzanine, kind of where I was sitting, you're going to have a spectacular view. Idina Menzel's voice, just, to hear it live. Oh my gosh. And she was on that stage pretty much the entire show. And I can't even fathom how many songs she sang in this. And all of them were just stellar, would just move you. Oh, God, beautiful show, beautiful show. Well, I got another one tonight. One more, then I go home tomorrow. I'm going to leave you here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next show. All right, bye.
Ever since I got home from this theater trip, I have not stopped thinking about Redwood. Gang, I truly advise you to grab a box of tissues, head to the Nederlander Theater, and just have yourself an incredible experience. I make videos on theater, travel, and experiences, so please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And gang, I'll see you at the next show.